This is a very, very special place. Black Tulip Antiques has been online on Ruby Lane since 2011.
Yes.
And they are 2 items away from having 4,000 items listed in their Ruby Lane shop. And all of these items we are standing in front of in the store. So let me introduce you. We have Janice. She is the owner of Black Tulip Antiques. And Janice, how long have you been in the antique industry?
About 24 years.
And you've owned Black Tulip Antiques. You've been here on
Since
Antique Row
2002.
since 2002. And we have her right-hand man, Sergio.
Salvador.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Salvador. I knew that. Oh my gosh. So,
happens.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Sergio's not a bad name either.
So, Salvador. So actually, I'm going to get behind the camera, and we are going to get a tour of this fabulous space from Salvador and Janice Woods. So tell us a little bit about what is going on here, because when you walk in, it's very packed, which is a fabulous thing when you want to go shopping.
Well, and one of the reasons it's so packed is because the bricks and mortars stores kind of had a little bit of an overhaul when the internet became more dominant. So we can be full because people like to look in, not only do they like to look in a clutter shop, some do, some don't, and but everything's on Ruby Lane where you can single it out and look at it individually, find out the size, everything about it. So
Yeah, for me as a shopper, this is a dream come true. Because when you're coming in, and it's a live shop, and we have shoppers today. Hello. So anyway, let's give a little bit of tour. So Bianca, why don't you go with them? Give us a little bit, just show us your shop.
our shop is not a huge shop. We're 1,700 square feet, and then we have a loft where we have our office. So we also have, we do have a warehouse for some storage, and we do have an outside garden. So, and everything is represented on Ruby Lane.
And what do you, there's a wide variety here, but what would you say that you specialize in?
Well, can I back up?
Yeah.
I used to specialize in really English 18th century furniture because I lived in London, and that's what I learned first. And then when I moved to Denver, Denver was not so regional. I mean, it is a more regional market, and so I had to be more diverse. I had to have French things, English things, and everything. But I would say that we specialize in, I'm going to say decorative arts.
Decorative arts.
Yes.
And you also do estate sales and interior design.
No interior design.
You don't stage?
Oh,
We do
only if
try.
we, only, yeah.
I've seen.
We
You do a
stage
lot. I see.
only
Wow,
if we know
Janice
the
does
person
that
selling
too?
the house.
Holy cow. Okay. So Salvador, what are a couple of your top picks that you have in the store right now?
Well, I will say, if you come this way, my favorite thing in the store is this beautiful Italian mirror, 18th century, right there.
Beautiful.
And I love the details, and the carving is magnificent, in my opinion.
And kind of an unusual shape for a mirror.
Oh, very, very opulent, very over the top, which is what we absolutely love about it. You guys are working in a somewhat small space, but you stay extremely organized. I see that everything here has an item number.
Yes,
Everything here, you know what's going on with it.
right.
So it's you guys are doing a fantastic job. Show us a little bit, let's just take a little bit more of a tour of this just amazing, amazing place. And again, we are live at Black Tulip Antiques. If you would like to see any of the items that they have online, just go to www.rubylane/Black Tulip Antiques, and they have 4,000 items listed in their Ruby Lane shop, which is a lot. So we are very, very proud of Black Tulip Antiques on Ruby Lane.
There's really no
quite a
organization
wonderland.
other than what Rachel said is we do have everything organized by a few categories. But in the shop, it's just everything is everywhere. So come this way. Most of our lighting is hanging, and most of our smalls are in the cases. But other than that, we've got the carved carousel horse on the Italian settee.
It's so great.
We have the mid-century modern grape chandelier next to the 17th century Nino.
And that chandelier is on Ruby Lane, and so is the Nino.
Yes.
Everywhere
also
you
too,
look,
I-
there's something that you would want to have in your house.
And also in our shop and on Ruby Lane, Our inventory is, there's a wide selection, but also our price point is a wide selection. I can say, you know, we have things at $9 and
Every
$12,000.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Janice, what is one of the things that you like about selling online? Having a brick and mortar store, of course, when the internet came out, it changed the culture of a brick and mortar store.
It did.
But having a website like Ruby Lane, having a presence on the internet helps.
Right. Well, I was concerned because I really do feel pretty passionate about antiques, and I wanted to sell, you know, face to face and, you know, tell them why I loved it and make them love it if they, you know, and feel that face to face. But what I find is on Ruby Lane, nobody's bashful about calling me and talking to me and asking more questions. So I was glad to see that in addition to just seeing it and finding it on the internet, which makes it easy, that they don't hesitate to call me and say, can you tell me more about this? Can you tell me, do you have any provenance?
Right.
So I feel like they're in my shop.
And one of the great things about Ruby Lane is that they don't get in between you and the customer.
No.
So it's, you know, they
No.
don't care if you sell it over the phone or sell it
No.
however you want to sell it.
No.
You get it out there to them. Salvador, do you find that you have a lot of repeat customers?
Yes. Yes, there have been numerous of customers that bought repeat
Yeah,
customers.
yeah.
Well, on Ruby Lane, and you guys know best, but they can see what's new this week. And I know that as soon as I put something on that someone who has bought something before, it's their cup of tea, they call me up and they buy it. And they're looking for what's new this week.
The
all
new
time.
arrivals, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of new arrivals, I'm looking at your shop right now. You have
Yes.
10 new arrivals this week.
Okay.
We can just show a little. So you have everything from jewelry to pottery
Yes.
to fine art.
That's on Ruby Lane all.
This is,
Color.
yeah, we're looking at your new arrivals right now. Oh,
That's on
this
all
is-
Ruby Lane.
oh, well, I
not
was
Black
just,
Tulip.
oh, there we are. Black Tulip,
There
this
we go.
week's arrivals.
Okay.
There we go. There we are. This is your new arrivals.
Okay, so it's everything from an armoire to a painting to a fire fender to these are silver items, textile. I would say it's, you know, a variety.
But
So we love your inner workings. Would you mind taking us up so we can get a little sneak peek of how you really make this happen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But everybody hold their breath.
Hold your breath and watch your step, everybody.
Yes.
So we have a lot of people tuning in live. If you
One by
guys,
one. Yeah.
if anyone has a question for Salvador or Janice, just go ahead and type it in and we will answer it in live time right now.
Rachel said we're organized, and we are a little bit messy, but we are organized. All the packing material as we come up here. Everything that's small that is on Ruby Lane is really up here. This is our library. And then come this way.
This is a true behind the scenes.
I know it is. So everything that's on Ruby Lane, we have a number associated with it. And when we put it on Ruby Lane, we take a photograph, we print it off, and we box it up in the first box
Wonderful.
to get ready for shipping. We have a few customers that are in Denver, but most of our customers are national or international.
Yeah.
Salvador, do you do a lot of the listing on Ruby Lane?
I do.
The bulk of it?
Yes, and I find it really, really easy. Once you get to know the process, you can list things in a minute.
Right.
You can. Okay, so the average time is a few minutes to list one item.
Yes.
Right.
That's wonderful.
And especially if anybody has things that are multiples, it goes even faster. If you're selling something, it is predictive and it says, you know, I know what you're trying to say on the next listing, so it goes quickly.
Oh, great.
That's why we got 4,000
It's 4,000 items on Ruby Lane, and the more you list, the less expensive it is. But what a treat it is to be here live at a wonderful grassroots, real-life antique store, working antique store, that you can also see across the world online everywhere. So if you would like to shop Black Tulip Antiques, go to rubylane.com/blacktulip-antiques.
And Lux.
And and of course, Janice is also on Ruby Lux. So Janice, is your name on Ruby Lux the same? RubyLux.com/Black Tulip Antiques. And if you would like to call and ask questions about anything you see in our live video today, just give us a call, and I'm sure Salvador will be answering the phone, and he is happy to answer.
Well,
any
I wanted to
questions.
mention that we might have 4,000 items on it, but we are a very small operation, and you will talk to me or Salvador, and that's it.
And that's it. That's a wonderful thing.
Yep. And we'd love to talk to you.
Great.
Love it. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.